Republican Party said that the president doesn't love us and doesn't love the country, if the Republican Party really wants to be taken seriously, really wants to avoid its problems of the past, now is the time for its leaders to stop this kind of nonsense. Enough!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's the woman who reportedly, according to Politico, was ready to accuse Obama of anti-Semitism and being against women if she relieved him of if he relieved her of her duties at the head of the DNC. Nice lady. All right, Brent Budowsky, columnist for TheHill.com, is back with us. Hello, Brent.
Hello there.
Good to talk to you again, my friend. Okay. You got two pieces I want to try to get to, but I want to start with the one that's talks about what you call the GOP's bigot problem, and you were spurred on, I guess, by Rudy Giuliani's comments.
Oh yes, absolutely. And by the way, I have a lot of respect for your next guest, Congressman Hoekstra. I told him before I came on that I worked for Democratic leaders when we negotiated with Ronald Reagan. Tip O'Neill and others that I worked for, and he told me that he worked for Republican leaders when they negotiated with Bill Clinton. And that's the way politics should be from both sides of the aisle. Not questioning whether the president is a Christian, not questioning whether the president is an American who loves his country. That's my point in my comment.
All right, but let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Rudy Giuliani, first of all, is a private citizen. That's number one. Number two, on working together across the aisle, Barack Obama, in unprecedented fashion, during what turned out to be the shutdown over a year ago, October of 2013, said, "I will not negotiate." That had never been done before in those kinds of issues. There's always been a give and take. His people in his own party say he has no relationship with even them in Congress. So how could you put the onus on the Republicans here?
Well, there's definitely some blame to be shared. When President Obama first came in office, I'm not violating any secrets of state, my advice to the White House was to invite Speaker Boehner and his entire extended family over to Camp David. All of his brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces to get to know him, watch a ball game, talk about books, politics. And the Speaker then would have, for the next 10 years, his family telling him how wonderful it was that President Obama invited him to Camp David for a social event. And the White House said to me, well, Brent, this president won't operate that way. And I said it's going to be a long, hard winter, if that's the way you're thinking over there. So I don't disagree that the president should have reached out more. I recommended that. He didn't take that advice at that point or since. The difference, though, is when you start saying that a president of the United States is not a Christian, when the president of the United States doesn't love his country, Ronald Reagan never acted that way. And I can't think of any party, any president, any candidate for president, in my experience, who would ever say that about a president of the other party. I just think that's wrong. It's out of bounds. It's out of line. And I'll tell you this, I don't claim perfection. One quick thought. I want to just finish this. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I once wrote that President George W. Bush was the worst president in American history, and I said it in the heat of political combat, and I later said that was a stupid thing to say, and I apologized for my overstatement. These things happen in politics, but I don't believe in saying that my political opponents don't love our country. They love it as much as we do. I'm a Christian. The president's a Christian. I'll accept whatever religious faith my political opponents have. But this is different, and what Giuliani said is different. And the man is a gentleman of some stature and import, and he never should have said that. It was wrong, and I called him out on it.
Well, he never said the president wasn't a Christian. I don't know who said the president wasn't a Christian that you're referring to. I don't think he acts like a Christian.
Well, a number of people did. The one I'll go on the air now, who I told you people I would debate him anywhere, was a conservative blogger named Eric Erickson, who gives conservatism
but with all due respect, Brent, with all due respect, Brent, with all due respect.
That's what he said. And a lot of Republicans, Scott Walker could not bring himself to say, Steve, Scott Walker could not bring himself to say, yes, the president is a Christian. I think he's undecided on the matter. That kind of stuff is shameful. No one who wants to lead the nation should talk like that.
Are you aware? Well, he was asked that question, but are you aware of the Huffington Post poll done the other day that only 47% of Americans believe the president loves this country?
Well, that may be true, but that doesn't make it right for an opponent to say it.
But it's not an opponent. Rudy Giuliani is not an opponent to anybody.
Based on what 47% of the American people think on things, we'd all lunatic. I mean, what the 47% of the people are wrong. But when people want to lead this country, when they want to be governors of a state or presidents of the United States, my view is they should hold themselves to a higher standard. I said something much less offensive about President Bush, and I admitted it was a stupid statement, and I apologize.
All right. Well,
for
when
it.
Nancy,
I'd
when
like
Nancy
to see
Pelosi,
Giuliani do the same thing.
When Nancy Pelosi and all the others who called Bush dumb, stupid, unpatriotic, etc., when they apologized for what they did to Bush,
I don't believe they called
Rudy,
Bush
who's
unpatriotic.
a private citizen. He's a private. You know who did? Obama did. Obama did. Brett, we got to go. I want you back soon. Goodbye.